Hello everyone, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming and welcome to Tassel Tuesday. So I have little bits here, some little ribbons and things that I'm working on and trying to get together, and I thought I've cut everything and strung everything, and I was going to show you as I organize it what I have here for the tassel for this week. So this week it's red and green Christmas. Last week I was going to do red and green, and then I decided to do pink Christmas. So, or it was actually pink. It could be pink Christmas. It could be pink for a baby nursery, pink for a baby journal, you know, baby girl journal or whatever. So anyway, last week I kind of took a detour and did a little pink. I wanted to do pink. So this is what I had pulled out for last week that I didn't do, the red and green. So I'm just going to arrange a little bit here and show you as I arrange. I have some of this pretty green lace, a couple pieces of that. I'm going to kind of just spread it out, and then we'll bring it all together and get our tassel together. But some green lace, and then I have lots of this ribbon. This is the plaid like Christmas ribbon. So that is going, let's kind of move everything out of the way so I can arrange and I'll bring it back over as I arrange. But the ribbon is fraying a little, but that's okay. We like frays, right? So yeah, because I cut it in half, so and cut strips. So lots of this kind of plaid red and green ribbon. Let me just put a bunch of that through the middle here, and then we'll layer on top, because I think I'm going to try to pick it up and go like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to, if you want to use up some of your Christmas stash, maybe you have some fabric or some ribbons, you know, whatever color you want to do, this is a good way to use them up. I used up all of my plaid ribbon on this tassel, which I had, I don't know if I bought it last year or the year before, but anyway, it was taking up room in my drawer, and I thought I would like to make a red and green tassel for Christmas, so that's what I'm doing with it. I'm trying to think of other ways to use up some of my Christmas stash too. I made some journals, of course, and I made some Christmas cards, and so let's just get some other things in here. I kind of want the other things on top because there's a lot of this plaid, but I do want it woven in between too. So let's go ahead and put some, I've got some green grosgrain ribbon, so let's put that in here. I try to put one on either side so that when it folds in half, it all kind of is symmetric. So there's my grosgrain ribbon. What else do I have? I have a couple pieces. I think I have a couple pieces of this. This was actually a fabric ribbon. Really pretty. Most of everything you see here I've picked up at thrift stores. I didn't go out and buy anything special. I've just picked it up in thrift stores through the year. You know, so it was here already. So this is a pretty fabric ribbon that it has poinsettias on it, and it has the colors of red and green, and maybe a little kind of goldish, brownish, some black. So really pretty. Let's see, let me go ahead and put that one over here like I did that one. And this is also it was called a ribbon on the spool, and it's kind of got red and green colors in there and another little tannish color, but it looks very Christmassy to me, so let's put that in there. I think I have two of those. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish off our red and green ribbon, and then I will show you the little special touches I did this year, or this week, to just do something really fun with a tassel. You know, you can just really put anything in a tassel. If it looks pretty to you, then your tassel will turn out pretty, as long as it's something that you can gather up at the end and it will hang pretty, right? So there we go. We've got all of our red and green. So the special touches I did this week, and hopefully I haven't tangled these up. It looks like I may have here. So let me see if I can get them untangled. I used some green and white baker's twine. I did get it a little tangled up here, but that's all right. I think I can get it. Yeah. Okay, here's the first one. This is buttons. And since I'm doing green and red, I wanted to do green buttons, and then I found some pretty gold ones, so I did green and gold buttons. And so it goes like this. I'm going to put it on top right here so that when I bring it up, the buttons will be on the outside. So what I did, let's see, I think I have it going the wrong way. I need to put it this way because I tied knots in a certain way to keep the buttons going in the right direction. So like under the buttons with holes in them didn't need a knot because you put the baker's twine through 2 holes, you kind of wind it through, and that kind of keeps the button in place. But these are the other type of buttons with a little loop on the back, so they're going to move, but this one's going to be hanging down this way. So I put a knot underneath so it'll hang on that knot. So that's 1/2 of it. And then I leave a little gap in the middle where we're going to be bringing it up and making a little kind of like a knot on top. So I leave a little gap for that. And these buttons do move if I need to move them. And then the same thing over here. I've got a little gold button over here too, hanging on a knot because that also has the loop in the back. So that just spreads out. Made it just long enough as just the same length as the ribbons. And then the other special thing I made, well, 2 more special things. This is another baker's twine little string of beads and things. I received these beads and things, charms, in Happy Mail, and I was looking through my Christmas stuff like, I want to make sure I don't miss anything, that I can use in this charm. So I was looking through my charms and beads and things, and I found this little bag that I had received in Happy Mail. And so I decided to use them, and the little beads look like little ornaments. Let me show you. See the little shiny beads? And then there's also the little stocking charms on here, Christmas stocking charms. There's a couple of those. And there's also in that same little bag was this little charm that looks like a little tiny jingle bell. It's on a little loop. So what I did with this, and this also has the bead caps on it. So I put 3 of these little ornament, I'm going to call them ornament beads, in between bead caps, and tied a little knot on the underneath so it would hang on the knot again. Around the charm, I tied a knot on the loop so it would hold it right in place. Same thing with the jingle bell. And then here's more bead charms there. And then we go to the other side where I did the same thing. And I just want to show you because they're so cute. Here's a little bead. The 2 Christmas stockings are different. So this one's a little stocking with, well, let me just show you. I think it has little candy canes coming out of the top. And the other one had a little bow on it, on the front of it, a little green bow. They're so small, I know. But let me see if I can hold still for a second so you can see those. So just an example of what you can do to jazz up your tassels. Okay, so we've got beads and charms. We've got buttons, gold and green. And then the other thing I did was last year I bought these little bags after Christmas at Michael's, which I hardly ever go to, but I actually had a balance on a gift card. So I went to use it up after Christmas, and I found these 2 little bags, and they're called table scatters. I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I just thought they were pretty. and they were like whatever, half price or 75% off or something. So they were like super cheap. So I found these in there and I thought these would be cute little charms also. So I took some and I put them on also on baker's twine, green and white again. And here is the little, they're so cute, right? They're different colors in there in the one bag with these little like snow, what are they? What are they? Poinsettia flowers? I guess they're flowers. So there's silver in a pinky kind of mauvey, almost kind of Christmas pink, and green and red. So I picked out the green and reds one, green and red flowers for this, and just alternated the colors here. So let me put this down over here so you can kind of maybe see it too. But they are all strung on here and a knot tied around each one. So they don't come with these holes in it. They, what I used to punch the holes was my crocodile, and I used the small hole here. So, and this does punch through things like I've punched through wooden nickels with this. I've punched through these. You could probably punch through a milk cap. I haven't tried that yet. I'll have to try that because if you saw my recent videos, Thrifty Thursday video, I picked up some milk caps. So I was going to show you actually too how to go through, because I'm going to make a little charm for the top out of the other bag. So that other bag has like these reindeer in them and these little like holly leaves. So I already punched a hole in, I thought I punched a hole in one of these. I guess I stopped because I thought I would show you. So I'm going to punch a hole right there, right through the top of that one little berry there, and show you it does work. Goes right through like no problem. I have my little needle nose pliers here to poke out the little thing that gets stuck in there. And so we'll just do the other two and see how this works out with doing a little charm at the top of our tassel with these pieces. I think it will be cute. I don't know if I'll use them all, but I've got 2 leaves and a green deer, a green reindeer, and a black reindeer. And just punching. I like to see when I'm punching, so I want to go ahead and poke that little piece out that gets stuck in there so I can see where I'm punching exactly here on my reindeer, because you can see through that little hole. And let me just show you again how small the hole is. Perfect for a little charm. And my plan is to string these onto a ball chain. Let me see if it even goes through there. It does go right through there. I thought it did. I think I've used that hole in my wooden nickel, so that's how I knew the ball chain would go through there. So we're going to string those. I guess we could go ahead and put those on there. I just don't know if I want them all on there or not, but we'll go ahead and put them on there and see what happens. We could always take them off or some off. So I'll do a reindeer, and we might just want to do one, like 4 might be too much, but I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like with a bunch on there. Like, I thought that would be fun. So we got a black reindeer, a red leaf. I guess I'll do the next reindeer. And let me see, I need to poke a little piece of wood out of these are wood. I guess I didn't say that, but they're like thin wood. I don't know if they're balsa wood or what. I don't know if does it say on here what kind of wood this is? No, it doesn't, but they are wood. They're not, I don't know, they're not stickers, they're not paper, they're wood, they're thin wood. Oops, I'm trying to drop everything here. Okay, so let's get this together. And then the other leaf. So we've got all that together ready to go on the top of our little tassel here. See here, they're just kind of like little jingly things and just kind of fun little, I thought they would look, yeah, I think they look cute all together. We'll see what it looks like when we get it together. So I think I'm going to use some of this, excuse me, I've got to attend to my allergies, but I think we're going to use some of this grosgrain ribbon to tie off the top. So I've got that ready to go. I've got enough here that we can string it down the side. So my idea was to go ahead and just kind of pick this up and we've got it all even, if I can keep it together here, and just pick it up this way like this, keep everything together. And I've been using my little notebook rings here to string these together or hold these together at the top. And that makes for a little nice little thing to hang from something. You know, you can hang these from, you don't have to use them on junk journals. You can hang them from your fan, you know, your little fan cord. You could hang them on your top of your Christmas tree as a little tree topper. You know, you can just do anything. You can hang them on a doorknob. You could just hang them anywhere that you want something pretty to hang, right? So there we have that. And let me just, this one's twisted. So let me see, is this twisted? Yeah, let me untwist here and get everything the way I want it before we tie it off. Okay, that looks really pretty. I like it. I like it. I like all the different, I love putting different things in there too for all the different textures and things. It just really adds a lot to it. Let me see if my charms are where I want them. They're kind of hanging in the middle. They're going to be, I kind of would like them to be, I wanted them, they all kind of went to the bottom. I didn't want that, I don't want them at the bottom. So let me see if I can bring them around here to the top. Let me bring them around to the top there. See, I want them hanging on the outside, not on the inside, on this one. So I've got the wooden stars or wooden flowers. I've got the beads and the buttons. Let me see where those are. Kind of got lost when I picked it up. Okay, so here's the buttons. Let me see if I can get those up to the top, because I really would like those on the outside here, so you can see them better, you know. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think, let me make sure everything is, not that I can't redo it, but I would like it to do it right the first time, if possible. All right. You see all my frays here from my ribbon, right? Goodness gracious. Okay, so I want to pull this button down a little because, actually, let me see. No, it's good. I just need to pull this down so it doesn't get caught up in my tie. And the little star, let me see that. Sorry, I needed to get this straight before I tie it off. Okay, there we go. See, that was up too high. And see, I need room to tie off my, okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to spread out my green ribbon here and lay this down on top of it. And then just, I want it long enough to go ahead and be a piece of our, and I can always cut this off. I'm going to make it longer than I need it, but I want it to go ahead and be a piece of our tassel, you know. So let me make it nice and long so we have enough to tie off. It doesn't have to be the exact same length. It can be shorter or longer, whatever you want. You know, these are no certain way to do these, just whatever you like. That's how you do these. And whatever you can imagine, really. Okay, let's tie this off. Okay, now I need to pull it down, get everything tight before I actually finish tying it. See how it kind of fluffs out as you tie it. You're bringing it at the top and the bottom kind of fluffs out. Okay, let's see. And you can tie a string around this. I've said this in my last video, I think. You can tie a string around this before you do your ribbon, your decorative piece on top. If you want, you can tie a string and then you know, wrap a string around and tie it like a piece of baker's twine or some kind of cord or something that you can tie it off with that before you put your ribbon on. And then put your ribbon on. I'm just kind of been just doing the ribbon. I didn't really see it, you know, it didn't seem necessary to have. I'm just pushing this ribbon together here, kind of making like a gather almost. Not a gather, but you know what I mean. Just kind of pulling it together there. Okay, and now I'm going to tie, I think I'm going to tie a second knot because we don't want this to come off, and see how I like it. See, I'm wondering if this is, yeah, okay. I'm wondering if this is too thick. No, I think it's all right. I don't know. Let me see. It is too long though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. The two long pieces here that are from the ribbon we just tied on. I'm going to do a little angle cut here. Make these evened up so they're part of our tassel. Let's do this one this way. All right, see how it becomes part of the tassel? Okay, I mean, you can end it there. You don't have to put a charm on the top, but I've just been putting charms on the top of mine. And you can pull these down tighter, and I might work on that later so we don't take up too much time doing that. But you can get the basic idea here of what it looks like with all of our bits and pieces and different things and textures and everything. And so my idea with this was just to clip this on the top as my charm. So I would just clip it right through the ring here. And if I think it's too much, I could go back and take some off, but I just want to see how this looks. I just thought this would be fun. So, and you can use, I used lobster claw clasp on some of mine to clip things on the top. So whatever, you can use a piece of string, you can use a piece of fabric, you can use a piece of ribbon, just whatever you have, you know. So there we go. There's our little bunch of charms hanging there, and I think actually if you spread them out like that, they're kind of catching on the little balls here and spreading out. That kind of is neat. Let's see if we can make it do a little bit more of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'll work with it, but I think you get the general idea. And if you have any questions, if I forgot to say something, like I just did it and I didn't say what I was doing or whatever, or if you have a question about anything, just leave it in the comments. I'll be glad to answer your question. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute. And this will be in my Etsy shop. So I've been putting all my tassels in my Etsy shop. So it's just been fun making the tassels. And just check out, if you want to see other tassel videos, Jovi with Creating with Jovi will, I'm sure she'll have a video out today. And Maria's been doing, with Maria's Miscellany, has been doing some tassels. And just use the hashtag Tassel Tuesday Tassel, and all of the different little videos on tassels should come up for this week and, you know, previous weeks. So if you've missed the previous weeks, it's a good way. But there she is. I think she's turned out really pretty with all the different pieces, and I'll be back next week with another tassel. I'm thinking about using some fabrics this next week. I got them out this week because I didn't know what I was exactly doing, but I'm thinking about using these for next week just as a little you know, peek at what might happen next week. So stay tuned for next Tuesday tassel, and we'll have some fun making some more tassels every Tuesday. So thanks for watching today, and happy crafting. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving too. That's next week, right? I'll see you later.